Woohoo! Hello! Happy Friday to everyone if you're joining me live on this lovely Friday evening. It's already evening for me. For some of you, it might be Saturday morning or maybe Friday morning still. So, following the silly joke that I kind of mentioned yesterday, how Gonter Odin might be a better villain than Star Wars, I would like to extend a gratitude and thank you note to my left, to the remaining 6 or 7 subscribers on my channel who didn't get pissed off, you know, hardcore Star Wars fans. Alright. Hi Matthew, I did not get any glasses based on your suggestion, but I ordered a gamepad following a discussion yesterday again during the Witcher live stream. I purchased one of the Logitech's gamepads that's relatively cheap, even here in Bulgaria. And I should be picking it up tomorrow. The delivery hopefully is scheduled for tomorrow. What else? There was something else I wanted to mention here. Oh, I also purchased the Metro 2 games, the Metro Redux, which is Metro 2033, and the Metro Last Light. I've read both of the books, Metro 2033, I've read it twice, once in Bulgarian, once in English, but I've actually never played any of the games. And I've read the next Metro book, 2034, just once in Bulgarian. Really good books, especially the first one, absolutely fantastic. I'm sorry, that's... Oh, that screen reminds me that I failed to deliver a giveaway prize, which was supposed to happen yesterday, Thursday evening. I think that was David's Hypercrate, one of my patrons. I apologize, David. Thank you guys for giving me likes on this live stream before it even started. I think I've noticed 6 or 7 likes already. If there is a dislike, thank you for that as well. Let's change the server to the Red Eclipse, if I can find it. Have I mentioned how annoying it is that you can't double click on a European server and automatically log in? You can do that on the North American list, however. Thank you, BioWare, for making a difference. So, what's tonight's live stream going to promise and hopefully deliver? 3 things mainly. First, silly jokes, that's a given. And it's not just for Star Wars live streams, it's just because I'm a host and I'm a king of silly jokes. There is a silly one right now. Second, there will be a few Flashpoints and Uprisings. And third, I forgot what was the third one. What the hell I had planned? How about we start a discussion about... maybe some dailies while I'm waiting after I extend the invitation. Maybe some dailies I'm gonna farm while the bug is still present. How about we start a discussion about the new... Well, we don't even have a new director yet, but the old one, the guy with the weird name, Trevorrow, something. Damn it, I could never remember the guy's name. The director of Star Wars Episode 9 was fired. And apparently this piece of news did not appear on any official Star Wars channel, because why the hell would Disney want to market and advertise something bad happening to a movie? And however, I have to say that even though I kind of liked his work with Jurassic World, it was an extremely mediocre movie. But because I'm a huge fan of Jurassic World overall, and I'm a fan of dinosaurs, I actually ordered a t-shirt with a dinosaur here. Today I'm featuring one of my 2 favorite, because I only have 2, Star Wars The Old Republic t-shirts. Thank you, BioWare, for sending me those gifts. If you don't know, guys, BioWare sent t-shirts to a number of content creators several months back, and even though I live I don't know how many thousand kilometers away from Austin and from BioWare Studio, they actually sent one all across the seas and continents, and it got delivered to me. So thank you very much, in case I haven't said it, but I have. That's not important. Right, extending the invitation. This is supposed to be a live stream with my viewers and subscribers. If you want to join me for a Flashpoint or an Uprising, all you have to do is just whisper in game to Vulkk, or just let me know here in the chat, and I will be glad to invite you. I thought about doing a small announcement video yesterday, but I caught up doing other things and I couldn't really make up my mind. But instead, I've scheduled this live event about 2 days earlier, just in case someone wants to make some time and do some adjustments and schedule their timetable more properly to attend this and join me. If you guys have a level 70 Republic side character on the Red Eclipse server, feel free to join me if you want for a Flashpoint or Uprising. Depending on who and how many whispers I receive, I might actually be able to run something Master Mode. I don't mind. It's not like Master Mode is a huge challenge, but some of the Flashpoints, especially the new one and the Rishi ones, are quite up in terms of challenge compared to the rest. I would actually love to run a Master Mode Lost Island. I keep calling it Dr. Lorik. It's actually Lost Island. It's still by far my favorite Flashpoint in the whole wide world. Universe, actually. We deal in universe here. No, Vulkk is not playing yet. And I think I made a misleading announcement in the title because I don't require people to be a subscriber to the game to play with me. What I have to do is just be on the live chat and the live stream together with me and volunteer to join me for something. First one willing to join. Hey Sloan, how are you doing? Female gunslinger, that's important to know. It's a female gunslinger. Anybody else want to join me? How do you get this t-shirt? Unfortunately, even though throughout the last couple of years, I've personally requested in mails and Skype and whatever else from Moscow for Bauer to start selling these things because I'm actually willing to pay for this crap to get delivered all the way from US because I highly doubt that they would actually be selling it locally in Europe. So I was willing to pay for this thing to get it delivered somehow, and for whatever reason, Moscow finally decided to make a gift to a number of players and loyal fans of the game, such as myself. Why am I so Republic? Because my gear is on the Republic side and I don't want to spend too much time farming it. Hey Oscar, how was the presentation today? Did you bring videos, screenshots, pictures, anything else? What the hell? Zentrax, why are you online? You're confusing me. How can you be online? You don't have a PC to play the game on. Are you teasing me because I don't know why? $400? Rico, what the hell kind of a ping do you have on your, let's call it, local server? You don't actually have a local server, knowing where you're from. But if you have 400 on the European servers, that probably means you should have about 200-ish, maybe higher, on the North American servers. Hey Dennis, yes, I've been fine. I've received some good news related to my job, my real-life work, and funnily enough, I'm celebrating second Friday for this week because Wednesday was official holiday and I spent the day sleeping. Damn it. I was a little bit sleep deprived in the last couple of weeks because I took some things, some extra work and some extra engagements related to my professional career, nothing related to games and such. That's why you probably noticed that for a few days there hasn't been any videos until yesterday's live stream. It was about 5 days, I believe, of nothing happening. And the news were slow for my website, so I took that opportunity to pick up some extra side work to earn a little bit money on the side because I finally decided to pre-order, and I did it today. I pre-ordered Shadow of War, which releases on 10th of October, and Zen is typing silly things in chat. I see dead people. That's a usual message. It's nothing new, but the fact that matters is I'm not dead yet, but I'm just wasting my superior command boost, as a matter of fact. Zen, you want to join me? I discovered that the new feature YouTube has been advertising on their blog and on Reddit and everywhere else. Hi, Christian. Let's see that sexy female gunslinger. Okay, we're 2 people. If anybody wants to join us for Flashpoint of apparently veteran mode Flashpoint, because I don't want to go in master mode with lower level, and Sloan has a level 65 sexy gunslinger. Was it gunslinger? Yes, it is. Female gunslinger. What was I saying? Ah, crap, I forgot my thought. Remember that time? our mind did. I remember a DDoS attack about a year ago, or maybe a little bit longer. I don't recall something happening sooner. What is the highest item rating number? Mine is low. I don't have the best gear available, so it's actually a little bit higher than the last time I checked. So it's 245 at this very moment. The highest at the moment, hi Mizar, the highest at the moment is 248. For that, you need to farm like crazy tier 4 crates from the RNGesus, or otherwise known as Galactic Command. Your second option is to grind PvP, and your third option is to grind final bosses of Nightmare Operations, which is something maybe 10 or 20 people in the whole world are doing still. Unfortunately, I've lost interest in grinding Nightmare Operations over and over like crazy about 2 years ago. And even though we doubled with some Nightmare content in the past 2 years with my team in Solstice, we never took things seriously. That's why my gear is lacking. That's why I haven't taken full advantage of the currently still available CXP bug in the game. If you're wondering, guys, this bug will persist at least until Tuesday, and maybe even beyond that. Musco mentioned on the official forums that there might be a patch, but it's still not certain if that patch will fix the CXP bug, maybe parts of it, I don't know. Why would the stream die on YouTube? Anybody else experiencing that? I might actually have to lower the microphone a little bit. Oh no, okay, it's normal. It's probably because I'm a little bit too close to it. What do you think of that voice? Is it more annoying, more sexy? Or maybe more jazzy? Maybe if I speak normal but just swallowing the microphone, how does it feel? Okay. I don't want to wait for any more to whisper, and we're jumping into something. Let's jump into a random flashpoint. How about a random flashpoint? Nothing else is selected, and the options are actually thin because we are not both level 70. Ooh, immediate pop. Wow, that's good. 2 sentinels and 2 gunslingers. I like the odds of this. What? Korriban Incursion. Wow, I've not done that in a while. Thank you, game, for selecting something I haven't done in a while. Hey Cal, happy Friday everyone. I hope you guys enjoy your Friday. For you it's the only one for the week. For me it's my second, again because of Wednesday being a national holiday. On 22nd of September we have another national holiday, and damn, that's cool. Hi Pico Rick, I don't recall your name, right? If you're appearing for the first time, hi, you have a cool nickname, one that I probably could not screw up pronouncing because it's an easy one. Is that how you hear me, Zen? Close-up microphone voiceover equals to a guy in a van offering a candy. I like that. I don't have a candy though. And Pyro X Lord has just subscribed. Oh, also a few minutes earlier, I don't know, geez, so many Q. Damn, that's a nice name. Hi, Ellie. Okay, shall we go? Everybody's already pushing forward. Let's go kill stuff. I don't remember, maybe I don't even know, it's not about remembering, all of the shortcuts in this place. But I believe we need to kill stuff here for the first objective. Oh, I don't know, geez, so many Q actually asked the question. Hi, mate, you are on the live stream, that's cool. What do you think the better heals are, if you have any opinions? My favorite healer has always been, well, not always, since about 2.0, my favorite healer has been Operative or... yeah, Brain Fart. Holy crap. Scoundrel! Operative or Scoundrel. However, I have to know that I've never played the Commando. Commando is still a very good tank healer. If you're planning on healing in PvP, probably try a Sage, Sorcerer, or maybe possibly go for Operative and Scoundrel. Lana looks like Taylor Swift. I can't really picture at this very moment what Taylor Swift looks like. I know that she's a famous name, and that's just about the extension of my knowledge. Hey, Frog! Yesterday you mentioned that you were enjoying my Star Wars The Old Republic content, and I can't really say that I've scheduled the live stream because you said that. I've already scheduled it 2 days ago, but I hope you'll enjoy today. Yesterday was a damn lovely live stream. I've had so much fun. Even though The Witcher 3 is not exactly the most popular game for live streaming. Some of my most popular videos though and guides are from The Witcher 3 content. Where am I from? Hello Ahmed, I'm from Bulgaria. That's Eastern Europe if you don't know. Judging by your name, you're from somewhere Asia? And Spaza says that they just lost the subscription and don't see a point of playing until I get a new one. That depends on what kind of a player you are. I personally don't think I can ever enjoy this game without a subscription. I've been for nearly 6 years now subscriber all the time, and I've never taken a break, which is something I'm proud of. Because it wasn't always easy remaining true and loyal subscriber to this game. There were some severe downtimes and some very nasty moments where I wasn't exactly happy with BioWare's performance. It's not like I'm perfectly happy now, but since Kit took over, Kit is the new director, game director, or boss in BioWare Austin. I really love what he's doing with very little resources that EA is sparing for this game. He's really trying his best. As for playing the game without a subscription, if you haven't done any of the original class stories, go ahead and do that, man. All of these stories are worth it, and without a doubt, they are the best part of the whole game. Many people, including me, have always preferred endgame, but I would severely regret if I ever skipped the original stories because I wanted to jump straight to the endgame. All of these original stories are very, very worth it, and everybody should experience them at least once. Some of them are better than the others, and not all of them are equally fun. The only thing they are equal in is the amount of time you probably need to spend in those, because they're always the same kind of quest, the same number of quests. No, Ellie. Vulkk is not fully geared because Vulkk is not participating actively in PvP for quite some time now, probably 1 year. Well, I do occasional Warzone now and then, but I can't really call it farming or gearing up. And my rating at the moment is 245, which isn't bad, but it's still far from fully geared. The last time I was fully geared was before 5.0 hit, when I had all of my 224. Now we're at the boss. Any of you guys tried soloing this recently, ever? It was a true challenge to solo this Flashpoint back at level 55 and later at level 60 as well. But ever since level 70 I've never actually made an attempt to solo this, and I'm not really sure if it's entirely possible. Don't split them, come on. Will you be smart? Oh. Love the fact that BioWare decided to just allow you to heal up by just walking on top of the item instead of having to click on it. What do you like? Fallen Empire or Knights of the Eternal Throne? Oh, damn, tough choice. For the base and main story only, Eternal Throne is better. More focused, more streamlined, more interesting, more dramatic. The overall experience, I prefer Fallen Empire because Eternal Throne felt cut down and just, you know, sliced up. Okay, back to the boss. Man, we are hurting here. Let's go eat another kill. If it's working, yes it is. Lovely. Wait, Vulkk is what? Hey ZX, you're saying it shouldn't be possible. I was too lazy to type a response to you today, Zed, so forgive me, but I'll take the opportunity to ask you on the live stream now. You mentioned you pre-ordered an expansion for XCOM 2. I've never played that game, but I've seen Angry Joe play XCOM 2 and Total Biscuit. Is that the same game? It's kind of like a turn-based strategy of some sort, I think. Wow, that's taking a long time. What would you prefer? Kotvi Cottage expansion later this year or... Seriously, man? Are you asking just for the conversation or you really don't know my opinion? I would absolutely pick an expansion in the style of Revan. I don't like what BioWare did with Fallen Empire and Eternal Throne. The story was good, but by all means not good enough to be called an expansion. And because of that story turning out so expensive and because of the 2 cinematics that they produced for the 2 expansions, it felt like they were left out of money for anything else. We didn't receive any real endgame content, we didn't receive any group content, we didn't receive PvE or PvP, nothing. Everything has been stripped down, including BioWare stopped providing us with cool looking in-game gear, you know? There used to be a time when actually the end-game gear that you're looting, finding, earning, whatever, farming, it used to be unique and it looked cool. Anybody remember the Colombian Rakata gear? Maybe even the next year, which I forgot what it was called. The one above Black Hole. Hey, Alexander. You have a similar name to mine, you know? Hey, Jordan. It is the very same game. It's not the game I would enjoy playing. It's not my type, but it looked complex and fun. No, I hate those blow-ups. Do we free them or do we ask them to do something for us? I'm gonna go with light side as I usually do on Vulkk.
Please, you have to get us out of here.
Hey Ivan, happy
okay?
hunting. No,
That's not why we're here.
thank you though. I'm not hunting,
Try
but
to keep your heads down.
What's going on here?
Slaves, whole mess of them. Wish we could do something, but this op is strictly smash and grab.
Not just the
Only
helmet
that
from
puts
the
whole
Dread
mission in
Seed.
danger.
All of it was worth because of the
can't leave
unique
them
look
behind.
and design.
Do whatever it
It
takes,
was a
just
huge
get them out
grind
of here.
compared to
Whatever
pretty
you
much any
say.
other set available in the game.
Thank you, thank you.
I personally never liked the Dread Seed armor outfit, but it was unique, hard to obtain, and it was a truly earned reward for those who farmed all of it. I think the biggest reason why I never actually farmed that is because I hate the Seeker droid with a big passion. No, I think the most popular theory and the one that I'm currently supporting is that Theron is not exactly a traitor, he's a double agent, or God forbid, maybe... What the hell? Ultimate Vulkk Elite has whispered me. Which one is that? There are too many Vulks already, and only on this server. God knows what's happening on other servers. Which one of you is Ultimate Vulkk Elite? I like that. Are we... Where are we? Oh, someone aggroed them up on the top. How exactly would you describe a triple agent? Damn it. He has to be a traitor. No, I'm confused. Why is it triple? He's a double agent if he goes on behalf of the Republic to Oh, never mind. I give up. It's nice to see that some folks are lazy, doing nothing. You're asking for the third time why you know... What? Why am I not using Steam? I can, okay, I will use Steam. It doesn't really make much of a difference, man. It's veteran mode. So you get bolstered, stats don't really matter here. Plus, I'm playing a spec that's not exactly perfect for this kind of a group setup. But yes, everybody should always be steamed up. The fact that I was lazy to put one up, even the fact that I have it for free, thanks to the new vendor offerings, the non-expirable, non-consumable items, everybody should have a Steam, yes. Wait, what? Why orange? Where do you see your name in orange? I'm looking at the customly designed chat, so I don't know what the colors of the names look like on real YouTube. I've got a chat pop-up here. Customly designed CSS. I don't think Terran would allow you to force choke him again. I mean, he was smart enough, or maybe our Seat Warriors were dumb enough to not choke him a second time during that special cutscene on the train just before he escaped. That was really silly. What now? Are you coming? Okay, I get it now. Tell me a good story, guys. How is your Friday? While we're waiting here for our fallen hero, which is actually Sloan. Damn it, I let Sloan die. Solo the boss? I don't think I will be able to. Maybe I could just change spec now. I'll stick with this one. Today and yesterday I had a little bit more time during office hours, and I spent it on Twitter looking through some of the content that my followers and the people I follow are posting. There is so much positivity and posts supporting Theron and asking him to come back. It's really weird. Okay, description of the triple Theron by Jordan Marquisite. Oh crap, I failed pronouncing that. Marquisette? Okay, let's read it. Triple agent. Theron betrays you, but also the order he is becoming a part of because he was on your side the entire time. Isn't that the double agent? Why triple? The first agent is just because he's titled agent? He's a role agent? It's supposed to be more like a gunslinger. If I have to poke it. You woke up and started watching Vulkk's livestream. Did Vulkk's livestream wake you up? Bad livestream. I mean, bad Vulkk, not stream. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. Please nobody die during the bomb's transition. Oh, that's weak. That laser beam is quite deadly in other difficulty modes. Oh, look at that. Gunslinger farming, I mean occupying the health of the Bacta. Anybody whose Friday hasn't been good and interesting so far? Can I do anything to help you make things go the other way around? Like turn them around? Come on, give me a chance. Vulkk needs a heal. Vulkk needs a heal. Thank you, heal. Very kind of you. Yeah, that's gonna be another long fight. No, Vulkk hasn't actually been drinking Pepsi in more than 2 months, I believe. I'm trying to give up because it's extremely unhealthy. Not just Pepsi, all of the drinks in that collection. Coke as well. Especially the one that they offer here in Bulgaria. Coca-Cola is not made with sugar, but with a substance replacement. Ugh, doesn't even taste that cool. I've always preferred Pepsi, first because it's blue and second because it's at least here in Bulgaria it's made with real sugar. And no, Pepsi is not actually paying me to advertise for them. I'm just a fan. And that should be it. Last push. I think that guy hasn't hit me even once with the laser. It's always been aiming on other people.
The Dark Council chambers are on the upper levels.
And
Access the main
I
elevator
believe
to reach
nobody
them.
died
We
in
don't
that
have
pool.
much intel on the upper level
Nice.
defenses. Be ready for some heavy opposition.
2 bosses down, 1 more to go. Is it one? Yeah, it's 1 more. The guy at the end. If Terran is betraying the Alliance to betray the Order, he's pretending to work for, to then betray the Alliance again and join the Empire. That would be a description for a triple agent, I think. Hi, Seven Sun. Happy Friday. I hope it's Friday for you. If you tell me it's Tuesday, we're gonna have a problem. My CXP is about to go up. It actually just did. Is that what you meant? Yes. Oh! I started telling you about that new feature YouTube has been advertising lately, near live experience with the chat, but unfortunately that 2 seconds delay is only available for live streams up to 1080p, and my live streams for about a year now have always been on 1440p. It's just easier for both my PC, my configuration, and for my personal comfort to live stream, record, and render and edit everything in my native monitor resolution. So I've decided to keep the long 10-ish second delay between the live stream and the chat, and not opt for the new awesome feature. But 2-second delay, that's really fantastic. Would you let me fight finally, Juggernaut? I feel like I'm in a war zone. The same feeling throughout the whole Flashpoint. Crisis on Umbara. Which one of the pronunciations do you prefer? I know that Umbara is the correct one in English, but I kind of like Umbara more. You know, Umbara instead of Umbara. You guys ever thought about any preferences you might have? I suppose for natively English-speaking people, it's by default Umbara and nobody even cares. Yeah, you know, Twitter doesn't allow me enough symbols, so I could describe and help you out more with that magic, but do you know what kind of a video card you have in your PC? If you can tell me the model, I can give you an idea and a suggestion what would be best for you to stream with. You can also use hardware rendering from your CPU if you have an integrated video card on the CPU. There are plenty of options that will actually completely ignore any issues you would have when live streaming with your CPU. And in other words said, the 264 encoder. You prefer Ermbara. Ombara, what the hell? I haven't heard Ombara pronunciation. Ombara. Wow. Zentrax has reached Galactic Command 30. How the hell are you doing that, Zen? Don't tell me you've subscribed. How can you be grinding up ranks? Have you used my referral link again? It's confusing. When Zentrax returns to the game, I suddenly feel an urge to go farm stuff. And that's not good. I've got Dead Space 3 to finish. I actually have 1.5 chapters from Dead Space 2 to finish first, but I failed a few times on the last stretch on normal difficulty. The damn undying creature kept killing me over and over. And I have to finish half of the game from Dead Space 3. I've got 2 Metro games to play through, and all of this before 10th of October, when Shadow of War is released. Vulkk Bara, because Vulkk has done... No. Vulkk hasn't done Umbara so many times to be able to claim that planet for himself. I tried counting how many times I've run the Flashpoint, you know, in different difficulty modes, and then again overall, and I reached 10 runs and I gave up. I've only completed the Flashpoint in Master Mode twice, and it's so annoying fighting that lag, I decided to give up for a moment and just not do it. Maybe in a week or two, I'll gather some folks and I'll try to do it again, but for the time being, unless the lag is gone and provenly gone, I really don't want to go there again in Master Mode. Master Mode is challenging, and whatever gear you have, whatever group setup you bring, it's still a decent level of challenge. And I truly don't want to fight the lag and the boss. It's good that BioWare fixed the issue with the last boss, so at least if you wipe to the odds at the very end, you have a chance to return. You want to go there? Okay. Yeah, feel free to attack. Ooh, Radeon 4550. First, I think that's really an old model. Yep, indeed. It's, I don't know how many years. I'm not good with AMD brand. But that one definitely doesn't support hardware encoding. And if you have an old PC, together with the old video card, it's very likely that your CPU is not able to actually provide hardware encoding as well. No, Zen. It's not about how the PC runs on your ancient. No, it's not ancient. It's actually a tablet. Zentax is playing the game on a tablet. Are you Zen? A Windows tablet? It's about trying to live stream the game using a hardware encoder. I'm currently live streaming, and I have been live streaming ever since I started live streaming on YouTube. I've been streaming with the NVIDIA hardware encoder on 3 different video cards in the past 2 years, give or take. And it's one of the reasons why I decided to move to YouTube, because streaming with hardware encoder gives you absolutely no impact on your performance of the game, because it does it on a separate chip installed on your graphics card. However, to produce a good quality picture, you actually need to stream on a higher bitrate, something that Twitch still doesn't allow unless you're one of the big partners. You're still limited to, what's that, 3500 bitrate? It's extremely low for higher resolution live streaming. It's not soon enough. I really hate Warner Brothers for just ruining partially my hype with the announcement of microtransactions, and then with all of the controversy and the scandal around the DLC that they've just announced about 10 days ago. You know, the DLC about the character of Mike Forgey, the ex-leader of Monolith. The what was he, game director of some sort? Something like that. And I actually ended up pre-ordering the normal game. I wanted to cough out $100 for the gold edition, because unless the microtransactions completely ruin the solo game experience, I will be playing through absolutely all of the content that Monolith has to offer. So I might actually end up just buying expansion pass, or maybe if it happens next year, maybe I'll just purchase the Game of the Year edition, just like I did with Shadow of Mordor. I bought the normal version of Shadow of Mordor, and a couple of years later I bought the Game of the Year edition, very, very cheap, for like $10 or something. And I played through all of the extra content. Rumor is that the next generation, the 8th generation of Intel CPU is actually going to be a rehash again, so nothing new for the next one. Slow? Just in case you can hear me on the stream, and that's general advice for every single ranged DPS. Don't start attacking mobs with your best burst attack as ranged DPS from 20 or 30 meters away. You will draw attention, you will split the group, and that's never good. It doesn't make much of a sense expect delaying the kill of the trash pool with like a couple seconds if you do that. But in a more serious group content like Nightmare Operation, it's not good. You want the pack of mobs to be together for massive AoE. You don't want to split them up. And regardless of what range class you're playing, if you annihilate some of the NPCs with huge bursts, they will split up from the group and they will start following you. That's never good. So I hope that's a useful advice to anybody who might be new to MMOs in general. It's not just applicable for Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Only the greatest of all Sith are permitted to set foot in these chambers. You profane our
i5 is a
entire
perfectly
history
good CPU
by
for
your
playing
presence
games.
alone.
There is like less than a handful of games currently that can benefit from multiprocessor
Did you
and
believe
multi-cores.
you could breach the
Star Wars:
chambers
The Old
of the
Republic
Dark
is
Council
definitely an
and
example
go
that does
unpunished?
not benefit from more
That you could
cores.
steal our great
But
works
I currently
without
have an
challenge?
i7. It's an old now. It's a 44.
If you
What
like
the
this place so much, then you'll love having it for a tune.
4770. Man, I forgot my own CPU model. Never mind, it's about 4 years old now. Quite old indeed.
You will die here.
And
Such unworthy
it's still good,
opposition.
perfectly good for playing games, but I'm thinking of eventually soon upgrading it with another i7 because of rendering and other things like that.
It is the only way.
If you just care about playing your favorite games, don't bother buying new CPU. Kill the droid, kill the droid, kill the droid, kill the droid.
Submit. It is the only way.
Say hi to your son from us, Magic, and thank you for stopping by.
Now witness.
Is it already afternoon there? Oh. Oh, okay.
The power of the
Hate it
dark
when he does
side
that.
is
Such a
infinite.
pointless attack, just like Maugus's attacks from the False Emperor. Putting 3 of the 4 people stunned for, what is it, for 12, 15 seconds, and doing absolutely nothing to the 4th person. He's supposed to be damaging it badly. In long forgotten times, in the level 50 days, the attacks in hard mode of that Flashpoint was actually causing many classes to be forced to kite around. Not anymore.
Why do you fight when you cannot win? You should never have come here. Now witness.
Oh, come on. 18%. Dude. Could have saved us that moment of
Power of the
watching you
dark
leap
side
around.
is infinite.
Whoa! That was a big hit. Where did it come from?
This is what the Republic sends against the Dark Council?
Yes,
Pathetic.
yes, it's what the Republic sends. And let me show you why. Just stay. Oh, droid.
Only the greatest Sith may walk these chambers. Oh! Impossible!
How has my day been? Calm, partially interesting, partially boring. Restful, I have to admit. Having 2 Fridays in 1 week is really interesting. What's my favorite Flashpoint? Lost Island. I don't even have to think about that. Lost Island by far. Story-wise, it competes with Count Under Siege because of zombies. Or I should say Ragos, but zombies
Provisioner,
works.
How could the time come so soon?
What's the highest gear rating? No, it's not 243, it's 248 at the moment. I do have a written guide and overview of the Galactic Command on Vulkk.com if you're interested to learn more details, mate.
The old man.
And I also have a very detailed gearing up guide
right about you,
for the latest installment of Galactic Command. What gear is available, how many tiers, where to obtain them, which way is best, things like that. Currently the highest one is 248, that's tier 4. And I'm watching a cutscene of the Flashpoint. Nobody has objected yet.
Nice work, Jensen. I thought he might never shut up.
The words of a Sith are rarely worth hearing. Your part of the mission is done.
What's your favorite torture method? I'm a Republic player, dude. Don't try to turn me to the dark side. I don't really have a favorite one.
Glad
In real life, my favorite torture methods include being dragged to the mall for women's clothing shopping, forced to watch, soap opera, those endless TV shows that have thousands upon thousands of episodes. What else? Eating vegetables. Why not? The fun part is I still got my awesome boost for another hour. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh, I need one more for the weekly there. Weather in Bulgaria is typical for the end of the summer, if I might describe. It's actually typical end of summer for Bulgaria, not overall. Probably your summer is different. Kind of hot, but not as hot as what it was in August. It's bearable. Today was between 25, 27 degrees maximum. Really nice weather. Sunny, partially. Hasn't been raining in a few days, which is really good. Your favorite torture method in the game is C2 and 2. Is that speaking to the droid, or what do you mean exactly? The torture method is about speaking to the droid? Okay, shall we run something else? Any of you guys wants to join me for something else? Or should I just farm a couple of dailies, maybe? Zedak says, currently my main is in full 248 gear, and that's the first time ever I had a maxed out tune. Let me bring the opposite point. My character is currently in 245 average rating, with only 2 pieces of 248, and that's the first time ever my main character is not fully geared after a new expansion has been released. And I don't think it will be fully geared after the next expansion is released. In case you don't know, in the beginning of October 6th, I believe, if my memory serves me well, on 6th of October there should be a cantina in New York, I believe, somewhere in North America. And I personally, probably everybody else, is hoping that BioWare will finally reveal, or at least announce, the future expansion that will probably land somewhere in December 2017. I cannot see another reason why would BioWare host a cantina in October. They missed Gamescom, they missed PAX, they missed every other big convention that already happened. They weren't available at E3 as well. They had some kind of a cantina in the early spring during Star Wars Celebration. Nothing interesting was announced there, unfortunately. And the last chance to receive a big announcement for an upcoming expansion is during the cantina on 6th of October. So let's all hope and pray together that we're going to receive announcement. And I would like that expansion to happen before the holiday, if possible, so I can actually use the holiday to play the expansion. I don't know, I didn't ask who is Zintra or Xintra. Is that you, Trio? Anybody else wants to join me? Feel free to whisper Vulkk in game, or tell me in the chat if you're currently logging in, Republic site, level 70, the Red Eclipse server. Thank you very much for joining me, Sloan. I hope you had fun. I apologize about letting you die on that trash pool in the very beginning. I was a little bit distracted. Just a tiny bit. You can rejoin again if you want for another one. That would help you level up quicker. Farming is the perfect torture. I can accept that as an answer. For me, in that last week, I've experienced the perfect torture in-game doing dailies. Dailies are not bad in nature, but because I've done them far too many times, it can actually be considered as a torture. Good night, Oscar. Have a lovely weekend. Hey, Ivan, how are you doing? We've got one more spot, just in case anybody wants to join. What do we have? My Sentinel, Scoundrel, and a Shadow. Anyone else? Oh, there is one more. And we've got a group of 4 people. Oh, what the hell, I didn't invite. Let's try again. Happening where? Oh, thank you very much for sharing this. Right. So I guess we're doing another hypen. What's Matthew saying? Vulkk knew before the Dragon of the Coup. Ah, Neil, not new. Neil before the Dragon of the Coup. No, that doesn't work on me. I've got another special phrase that makes me go all terrified and crawling up in a ball. Alright, let's go for another flashpoint. I'm going to exclude the one we just did. I know that I'm ruining the daily for some of you guys, but I don't want the extremely bad luck to put us again in the same Korriban Incursion. So taking this out, and let's see what else we can do. What a surprise! Oh, Blood Hunt! Oh! Go! Not really. Blood Hunt will be a challenge, even in tactical mode. I mean, veteran mode. Damn you, Bioware! Silly 3 names all the time. You guys know that EA was trying to push. I don't think they're still doing it, at least not noticeable at the moment. But around the release of 5.0, EA started pushing Bioware to change the name of subscriber to a premium player. Apparently, they're trying to change this and start using that term across all of their games and platforms. But I don't think I would feel comfortable being called a premium player. I love being a subscriber. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Watchman. Not exactly the best spec for a flashpoint, especially a tactical veteran mode. Damn you. Okay, let's go. No, I don't think it's much harder. It's hard, but it's still doable. It's only the second boss that's actually a challenge. Third boss, not so much. If you pay attention, we should be fine on the third boss, depending, of course. Oh, we also have a healer, Dallas, our scoundrel, who is a healer. I think we'll be okay. And if not, I might need a couple seconds to readjust from concentration to Watchman. I clicked a few wrong buttons there. Boss fight! So in theory, we could have, look it up, the healer, 2 DPS, and Shadow, potentially tank. I don't know if our Shadow is a tank. Unfortunately, BioWare decided not to allow us to see toggles anymore, so we'll have to see it through gameplay and animations. Ready! Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. That's probably Trio, and he's probably tanking as a Shadow. Oh, okay, never mind, I took aggro. I guess he's not a tank. Maybe he is. But I'm playing Watchman, I don't have any burst whatsoever with that spec, so I shouldn't be taking aggro. That boss is quite easier compared to Master Mode. Just dies way too quick. Or maybe the two of us have awesome DPS. Is it possible that maybe BioWare stealth nerfed the Flashpoint at some point without mentioning it in any patch notes? No, actually, the first boss has always been easy in everything but Master Mode. So that's not really something we can judge on. I guess I've missed Dennis, but that was a nice exit. Going to the dark side. Well, I'll be here to welcome you back to the light whenever you decide.
Made it inside. Huh. Don't know what you're doing in our compound. But since you're here, let's see what you're made of.
Well, let's go. One challenge after another. Someone went for a challenge already? I used to play Star Wars Galaxies, if that's the same game you're referring to. Star Wars Galaxy, is that a typo? Or you're referring to another game that I don't know of? I used to play Star Wars Galaxies for about 5-ish years, until 2009, I believe. So that's 4.5 years to be exact. Really good game with terrible endgame content, but the community was absolutely fantastic, so that's what kept me so many years without having anything to do there. Just farming instances and dungeons, and doing PvP on rests. I've never tried the emulated version. I don't want to ruin my good old memories. Oh, that's new you trio, so... Okay, never mind. I don't know who is who, actually. And I don't want to ask. Maybe you guys would like to keep your anonymity? Crap, that's a word I can't pronounce. Many people throughout the years have asked me, if you claim to be a big Star Wars Galaxies fan, why do you refuse to play the emu? Well, because the emu is a very early version of the game, and regardless of how much I or everybody else hated Star Wars Galaxies, the last game we played was completely different, and honestly, one game can be good because of its gameplay and the freedom of gameplay. Star Wars Galaxies in the original form before the combat upgrade allowed an enormous amount of freedom of your choices, build and stats and everything, but it looks so very ugly. It didn't look ugly in 2003, but today, wow. And the fact that it's capped at 30 FPS is even worse. Of course, back then, being able to play the game at 30 FPS was a huge achievement that very few PC configurations were capable of, just like with Star Wars The Old Republic. I think Star Wars MMOs are doomed to have FPS issues all the time. What would be the real reason why Darth Baras chose the Sith Warrior to be his apprentice? Is that a guess? Or do you know it for a fact? Because Darth Fatso is so lazy to do his dirty deeds himself. Well, actually, that's a possibility. Or maybe because he's a masochist and he always enjoyed my Sith Warrior putting him down, rebelling against his decisions, and just talking back to him. Galaxies was my first MMO as well. Well, I played just a tiny bit of WoW in one of the betas because I was invited for whatever reason, and I didn't like it. But then again, in, what was that, 2003? I think, or 2002, I don't really remember anymore. I wasn't exactly into the know what MMO is and how it's played, so I learned what an MMO is about with Star Wars Galaxies, and then I expanded my visions very very much with Lord of the Rings Online. I spent quite a few years as well in LOTRO, and I absolutely enjoyed the open world PvP scenery there. But it sounds funny. Usually people enjoy when their class is being buffed through the roof, but when they buffed my favorite class in LOTRO, the champion, to a point where I was absolutely unkillable, it became boring to me. Let me show you a link. Who I was in LOTRO and when the hell I loved that game so much. Go ahead, I'll be there in a moment. Damn, I can't find that thread. The forum post. Ah, that's one of my favorite posts. It's a post prizing me, but then again, I still want to offer you guys to check it out. There was a reason why I was good in LOTRO and why I loved the open world PvP. There is also a reason why I could never learn to love the Star Wars The Old Republic's PvP in any form. I tried to love Restus, Ilum, but it was a complete disaster. And I think I only played on Ilum for like half a year. I left and never returned to Ilum even before they completely abandoned it. It was really pathetic. That way, hello, hello, here. Our shadow is lost a little bit. How many server PvP to server SWTOR now? There is no more PvE or PvP server designation. BioWare removed that term and all of the servers currently offer PvP instances and PvE instances. Here is an example. I'm currently in a PvE instance. If I can only switch, maybe I can show you here. Oh, that's a Flashpoint instance, so I can't show it here. Every single map in the game has... Isn't there supposed to be a monster here? There it is. Every single area, planet, map in the game has a PvP and PvE instance. There are still some designated PvP servers, but most of them have low population, or at least I'm told so. It threw me out. I don't think that was... I was in the middle of the platform. Never mind. I'll probably kill it by the time I go there. Oh! That's nice. I cannot go back right now. And that was a quick kill. And watch the boss spawning here, the two bosses. This has always been the true challenge for me, for Bloodhunt, the second boss fight. And it's mostly because of the FPS issues caused by all of that lava here in the center platform. It's not an easy fight on its own. When you add FPS issues and lag issues, it gets even more annoying.
Done pretty well for yourselves. But you're in the arena now. Meet Joss and Vulkk. Husband and wife. Tough as dirt.
Matthew,
steel,
give me some
undefeated,
proof
and
or
still
or
eager
explanation.
to prove
Why do you
themselves.
think that Jadus is the new boss of Terran Chance? Why exactly Jadus?
I will destroy you!
My husband, the pushover. When do you finally destroy them, huh?
It's nice to have a healer. I don't have to be so very careful about the fire pits that I was just standing in. Yeah, I promise I'll be more careful though. I don't want to put some extra tension on the
This
healer.
is how it's done, Joss.
Oh, like watching dust gather.
Okay, that's a valid reason. We never got to kill it. Definitely, I have nothing against it. I mean, I don't have anything to disprove that idea or theory.
Think Joe always fight better, Redor.
Oh, don't do that.
Oh, like watching dust gather.
Every time they pronounce
Let
Vulkk,
him have it.
I'm tempted to answer, "Whoa, I'm here!" Oh, look at how nicely we've gathered them up together in the middle of the area. Damn, that's good.
Keep up, Vulkk.
Hit him!
Let him have it.
Joss, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, Joss, you're always doing it wrong. Let Vulkk show you.
Keep up, Vulkk.
Hit him!
Come on, Vulkk. Die already. Give room to Vulkk, your killer.
Have to hand it to you.
There we go.
Something.
That wasn't too hard,
Time we met.
but it's still the most annoying boss fight in all the flashpoints available. Ah, damn, that's a nice theory from Kozlovsky. Why we haven't seen the Force Companions? Because maybe all of them are in the same order where Terum Shan is. Wow, I like that. I would love if that's at least partially true. Maybe not all of those companions, but some of them. Hi there, Q really like baby. That's one weird name, man. Did I read it right? Yeah, give me points for trying. I've always wanted to fight the statues in that next room. Would have been really epic. Look at those. I've always expected that they would wake up and fight us. Gus is not a Jedi. Don't do that. What was his epic line? Can anybody remind me? I protect you with my lightsaber. Is that it? Something about him using the lightsaber. I guard you with my lightsaber. Ah! What was his line? Oh, let's watch the cutscene. That bounty hunter is cool.
I take it you're the one they call Torch.
Did you guys remember to help me out with this video by throwing a like on it? If you did, thank you. If you haven't, consider doing it.
Hell if I know why.
You recently had a falling out with the Revenites and the Nova Blades. Think you could help me out?
Could? Yes. But will I?
The Night of the Returning Companions. Doesn't make sense as a title.
Instead of whatever grand gesture of cooperation,
If you don't spell it night as a K night, but instead of night as in night time, it would be the Night of the Returning Companions. Make sense? Have I finished every Flashpoint available? Yes, checkmate. All of them in all difficulties. The old Flashpoints I've done countless of times. I don't have all of the achievements for killing X number of bosses in each one of them, but I've killed pretty much all of them. The only one that I haven't done a million times is the newest one, Crisis on Umbara. And it's because it's extremely laggy. It was in the first couple of weeks, and I've decided to stop trying it, and stop doing it actually, because it's more annoying fighting the lag instead of the bosses.
Here we go.
Jetta! I forgot what Jetta means. I used to know that translation. Oh, don't pop the shield that early. We need it for when the fire starts spawning.
Try harder. I thought you could fight.
Yes, I can fight. Don't insult me. Look at that. You're dying for us. Damn bounty hunters.
Pushing yourself or not? Yes.
Haha. Come on. Someone help me with translation. What does Jete mean? It was a command, I think. Oh.
Try harder.
Run! Wow, everybody's hurt. What the hell? You guys stood in the flames or something? We were fine a moment ago.
I thought you could fight.
good. I'm better.
Is there a website for translation of Mandalorian? There are a few. I can't really tell them to you, but ask Google. You would definitely be able to find them. I don't have them on a bookmark or something, but every time I want to translate something, I just Google it, and it almost always leads me to one of those websites. Ah!
Won't let you win.
Come on, we can kill her before that second transition. I think? No, maybe not. Ooh, Zinter is dying. Okay, picked up a heal spot, I suppose. Back to
Playtime's
tank.
over. I'm taking you down.
Mandua.org. There we go. We've got a link. Thank you, Willem.
Won't let you win.
Why are you pushing me? I was already awake. %, and bye-bye. I'll see you next time in my companion tab. Ooh. Oh. Do I have that one? Stone Ray. Sounds familiar. What the hell? Ah, this one. Stone Ray. I don't have that one. I must have need. Pity. Well, congratulations to whoever picked it up. Only 3 crates. If I was farming the currently bugged dailies, I would have actually earned probably 15 by now for this 1 hour 30 minutes. Alright, shall we do another one? Thank you guys for joining me. I hope that you can listen on the stream. Birthday on Sunday. I don't plan to do a live stream on Sunday, but if I do, and if you stop by, I will make sure to wish you a happy birthday. I'm not a fan of wishing happy birthdays prematurely. So shall we do another one? What do you say? Previous location? Yeah, previous location is fine. Oh, funny thing you mentioned Anakin from episode 3. I actually watched episode 3 yesterday from HBO. They've got the whole saga available on my local HBO Go. It was interesting. So Jete means more. Okay. Of course, yeah. Of course I did that. Thank you for reminding me. Wait. All right. Never mind. I did screw up on the last cutscene. But since I can't really go back right now, I'll just happily abandon it. I'm not doing these flashpoints to earn anything from it. Maybe a little bit of CXP, but if I was really after the CXP, I would just go rush some dailies. That's not the point of today's live stream. I'm not doing them to earn something. I'm just doing them for fun. And because I don't do them often enough, and usually most of them are always fun to do and redo after a certain period of time. So let me invite Trio, wherever he was. That's Trio. There we go. What do we have? We've got Scoundrel Healer, Vanguard, Stronghold, and the Gunslinger. Okay, let's go to your Stronghold. Why not? Do you have something to show off? I've been thinking about doing a show-off Stronghold decorations for some of my viewers, subscribers, and so on for such a long time, and I never did it. Oh, you actually want to give me a silver key so I can come back here later? Wow, that's nice. Some of you guys probably have seen how exactly I've decorated my Nar Shaddaa Stronghold with a lineup of the most necessary things lying over here. And everything else is just taken slots with screenshots, pictures, and chairs. Let's actually go to the next flashpoint because I would like to make some use of my last 20-something minutes from the Steam. What am I doing? What the hell did we just do? Blood Hunt. Okay, excluding those, and let's go for something. Legacy of the Rakata. Cool. That's also easy in veteran mode. Plus, we have a healer. I don't know if Trio is on a tank at the moment, but we don't exactly need a tank. Bauer has not mentioned when any of the other companions is returning, but several times they've stated that it's their priority whenever they have a chance for a companion to come back. It will be a classic companion. No more new companions introduced to the game. They will do their best to bring as many of the old companions in the future story content. That's all they have said.
Do we have a plan ready?
I don't know if it's fair to describe it as a plan, necessarily.
I've done a bit of scouting. The Revanites are camped in the Temple of the Ancients, an old ruin nearby. We've gotten this
I really want Doc to come back. He's one of the mediocre companions in terms of story, significance, importance as a companion, as a character. But he's still my favorite healer. I would love him to come back. He's not the best healer, but my favorite one. The best healer is currently supposed to be Zoom. And funnily enough, Zoom is not accessible to every player in the game, so pay to win? No, don't take that serious, actually. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't take my words seriously. Every single companion is more or less equal. The advantage that Zoom has in theory is so small, you can easily neglect it. Okay, I'll try not to forget to do the full flashpoint, including the last story. There is a downside live streaming while playing. You tend to split up your attention left and right, in this case left to the chat, right to the stream, and in the middle of the gameplay. And yep, sometimes I actually do a brain fart, like I just did with the previous expansion, with the previous flashpoint. You guys want to do... I don't even know if the bonus boss is available in veteran mode, but if it is, you want to do it? It's supposed to be easy, with the healer especially. it's about animations. Every companion has the same abilities, but some of them perform them in different manner depending on the animation. What weapon they're using, how exactly are they performing the heal. That's what gives a tiny small advantage to Zoom in this case. But it's only theoretical. It's kind of like the eternal discussion that's not anymore a discussion even. Is it better to have mastery augments or is it better to have power augments? Which one should I choose? Doesn't matter really. There is a tiny little bit of advantage when you stack up power because it gives you more raw damage points. But in reality, they're both the same. Hey Kayuma, welcome. There is no bonus in veteran mode. Yeah, okay. I thought so. Oh, I forgot that this is actually an attack skill. Sorry. That's another brain fart I just did. You married Vector? Wow. There are a little bit of mind information and news, but as usual, I prefer not to talk about it. So, just in case you guys are curious and wondering, you can actually learn which is supposed and expected to be the next returning companion. There is mind information already on the topic. But for those of you that don't want to spoil for themselves, I choose not to talk about mind stuff, especially not on live streams. You don't want to have a romantic relationship with the biggest villain of the previous expansion? Man, BioWare really ruined Arkan by making him our companion. And that's a spoiler as well, but it's a nearly 2 years old spoiler, so don't be afraid of spoiling anything that's 2 years old. So yeah, you had an option in the previous expansion to kill Arkan or make him your companion, and I decided to use different options on different characters of mine, and I have to say that it feels better, even as a light side player, to just kill Arkan off and not let him be your companion. It's not the right thing for such a character. I know that redemption and, you know, personality change and all kinds of weird English terms that I cannot really call right now is cool and interesting, but no. Okay, let's go for the Wookiee. We usually always kill the Wookiee first. I don't know why some groups insist on killing the small guy. Probably because of the fire traps and because he's untauntable. Maybe that could be a good strategy for Master Mode. Well, it's just better to kill the Wookiee first. How many times did I say Wookiee instead of Rancor? How can I be that dumb? It's Friday, my brain is already on a holiday. I've got an excuse, and a good one at that. But seriously, Wookiee, while I'm staring at the Rancor. Good job, Vulkk. How many beers did I drink? 0, actually. As a matter of fact, I haven't been drinking today anything except water and some orange juice. Could it be the orange juice? Perhaps. I don't see any other reason. Now, if any of you guys feels confused which companions have come back, which ones have not, and why and how, I do have actually a detailed list following all of the companions disappearing and returning, when, how, why. Just check for it on my website. It's one of the guides that I've published recently after 5.0 was released, and I've kept it updated even throughout the current state, because with 5.4 we did have one of the companions, Teron Shan, kind of disappearing. As a matter of fact, for most of us, for some reason, he's still listed as an available companion in that list. Don't know why. Maybe bug, maybe something else. And I mean, he's listed as an available companion. If you actually mouse over and click on Teron Shan, you do have that interaction checkmark. After losing faith in the cause and becoming disillusioned, Teron Shan has betrayed you and formed a plan to destroy your alliance. Despite this, you've sent a message offering him a place by your side. This is because I've done the light side version on my Sentinel. Huh, that was a quick kill. Hey, Maria subscribed a few minutes ago. You're on the live stream. Hello. Thank you.
Overheard some Revanites near your position. Came across a cache.
Oh
with
wait, we have to
counterfeit
kill all of
weapons.
these.
Might want to do something about that.
There is one thing I should have done today, and it's shaving. Okay. Ooh, Maria is around. Hey. Did you know that Maria is a very, very popular name here in Bulgaria? Probably not. Why am I not able to jump? I was able to jump. Ah, there we go. Just a little bit of line of sight issues. Are you trying to claim that Lotro had a perfect housing systems? No. The perfect housing system was in Star Wars Galaxies, or at least the one that I've seen with my own eyes, have tried out. Many other MMOs currently and in the past have been and are offering housing systems with different types and styles. Lotro was actually, in my personal opinion, way more restrictive than what Star Wars The Old Republic is offering. And I also consider SWTOR's housing system to be very limiting. It's popular in Serbia as well. Nice. I'm actually trying a new beer oiled or oil for beer. So that's why I've decided to not shave for a few extra days, which turn out to be a full week. I'm trying to test properly that new oil and see if it's worth, because I paid quite a bit more than what I usually pay for these things.
They put together a welcoming party for you. More of those side.
Oh, I still remember my biggest achievement of soloing that boss at level, must have been 55. I was hiding over here. I made my companion pull all of the trash. Then I cleared the trash and then went for the boss. It saved me a little bit of trouble on the first pull. What would I know about housing? I'm only an architect, yeah. I hate the fact that everybody stays there, and look at that, we've completely split up the two groups. Come on! Gather together, close to the boss. Okay. I'll just wait here. That's fine. Yeah, that's way more deadly in Master Mode. Again, basic lesson number 1, stay with the group, don't pull mobs aside. That's never a good idea. Because that happens. We spend twice longer trying to clear off the odds when we split the group. Should have AoE'd them like mad. And that's what we should have done actually. There should be a third wave of odds, right? We won't be able to kill the boss before the... Oh, of course, it's too soon. Don't do that, don't do that. Damn you. And we gotta be able to kill it now. He's dead. Very dead. How much time do I have? 7-8 minutes. Nah, that won't be enough to finish the flashpoint. Oops, not that one, not now. How many tokens do I have? Oh, only 49? Okay, that's not good. I never thought about Shadow of Revan as an expansion around the Shan family. It's possible, yeah. They're mentioned several times. They're leading characters in the story as well. But to me, it always felt like Shadow of Revan was just about Revan. The resurrection, if you will, return of Revan, or the weird new version of Revan. I shouldn't have skipped the cinematics, I guess. You hated Shadow of Revan? Why? Does that mean you love the next two expansions that I gave us? 4.0 and 5.0? There it is. So, as a matter of fact, when I was updating the Terran Shan status after 4.0 and going forward for that guide article I mentioned, I actually had forgotten and I didn't realize that Terran Shan appears at the very end of Fallen Empire in 9th chapter when we go to Odessen when we prepare for the Alliance missions. Terran Shan is actually not even a part of anything happening in Fallen Empire, it's just Lana. And I completely forgot about that fact. What's the last Star Wars book I've read? Oh, I'm currently reading Inferno Squad. So, what was the last one that I've read? I think it was Tarkin. A little confused now, not really sure if it was Tarkin. Oh no, wait. Of course it was Rogue One. It was Rogue One, I read Tarkin before that. My last two books were the lead up and the follow up to Rogue One. I really loved the prequel to Rogue One. We got to meet the family, we got to learn the history behind the relationship, of the Erso family with Krennic. And I've got to say, I'm really enjoying Inferno Squad right now. It's a different kind of a book and story than what I was expecting to read. I don't know if it will be a prequel to Battlefront 2 or maybe... I don't know what else it could be. It's gotta be a prequel. And we're up to the last boss with 540 left on my Steam. I think I will actually be able to finish the Flashpoint before my Steam expires. Interesting. Come on, 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 come on. Ah. Someone is watching. Oh, I missed the exit message from Willem. Just in case you hear that if you watch the recording. Thanks, man. Enjoy your weekend. Has to be a prequel. There is no other possible way for them to fit that book into the story. Spoiler alert, it's about the formation of Inferno Squad. The participants, you get to learn more about them. I expect all of the members of Inferno Squad will actually be a part of the game, with Aiden Versio being the main character. That we already know, but we don't know if the other 3 members of the squad will be available. If they are alive. Come on, skip it. I want to be able to kill it, finish it with the Steam. It doesn't matter that much, it's just a Flashpoint Steam. There we go. Come on, quickly.
We're finishing this, here and now.
I can't wait.
We've come too far to submit now.
I don't even remember. Do we kill the Sorcerer first? Do we kill Arcos first? I think so. We were killing him first. Of course, the Wookiee is just joining the fight.
Sweet vengeance.
I do remember fighting Darok second.
You have them, Arcus.
But I don't remember in what difficulty mode was that.
They're yours, Derek.
Oh wait, I completely forgot. Doing cutscenes, the steams actually don't expire, so they're preserved. Unless Bioware changed that. But that's always been the case.
Them, Arcus. I have you now.
Oh, that's fine, we can take both of them at the same time. As it's actually originally intended, if I remember correctly. You're supposed to kill them at the same time, which is the case for many bosses in Flashpoints and raids, but in most cases, players don't end up doing that, because the enrage is not punishing enough.
still have them, Marcus?
You think you'll walk away from this?
Come on, dude, don't step
You
away.
just walked away.
Stay close for AoE.
You have no chance.
And look at that, Jakaro is almost on full health.
Impossible.
You gotta do better than that.
It can't be.
Woohoo! With plenty of time to spare. Where is that? 2 minutes and 20 something seconds. Nice. Hey Adi, welcome, welcome.
Derek and Arcus fought to their last breath. We won't be getting any information from them.
Copy that. Blast it.
It's my...
I love that phase of my character sitting like this. I shouldn't have skipped, at least I could have watched the Revan coming and scaring everybody. You guys have missed, this Flashpoint was released prior to 3.0 and Shadow of Revan. This Flashpoint, the other one we did earlier, Korriban Incursion, and 2 more Flashpoints are actually a mini story arc, starting the quest lineup, leading up to the story for Shadow of Revan, and continuing after that with Theron and Lana, continuing the Alliance all the way through Eternal Throne.
Was that report wrong?
Only somewhat. When a goal is important enough, one learns to overcome any obstacle. My followers are legion. My ranks grow every hour as more and more people see the truth of the galaxy. The Emperor couldn't break me. Even death could not stop me. I will finish what I've started, and you will not interfere again.
They're powering up weapons. Get out of there now!
I couldn't bring myself to read the Ahsoka novel, and apparently everything is revealed in the novel. What happens to her? What's her fate? Did she survive? Why? How?
Can't reach you in Jakaro's ship. Take the shuttle.
And with a minute to spare, damn good. Huh, no more rewards apparently. I couldn't do the daily quest, the weekly quest, complete a random flashpoint, because I actually excluded 2 flashpoints, so I couldn't really do a random one. That's the live stream for this Friday. I hope you folks have enjoyed it. Thank you very much to all of those of you who joined me for these 3 flashpoint runs. I've definitely had fun time for those 2 hours. Okay, time felt a little bit flew away a little bit quicker than intended. I have not scheduled or planned any live streams for Saturday and Sunday. If there is something special, of course, I'll let you know. I'm currently thinking of releasing my playthrough of Dead Space 1 and 2 for my patrons, because obviously you guys showed me that it's not interesting enough for my wider audience, but maybe my patrons would enjoy it, or maybe I'll just delete those videos. Enjoy your weekend, folks, and I hope to see you soon. Please remember to throw a like on this live stream if you haven't done so yet. If you've enjoyed the show, why wouldn't you want to share the like with the world? Take a look at the video description below for some interesting links. If you haven't followed me on Twitter and Facebook, do that, because it will give me more chances to spam you with something cool, sometimes something not so cool. Depends on your interest. And of course, check out my Patreon campaign in case you have a couple of bucks per month to spend, maybe spare, maybe throw away, whatever the case is. Happy weekend, everyone. See you next time.